Supply chain disruptions and a shortage of paper are claiming a new victim, books. My next guest runs the world's largest retail bookseller and says if you're planning to gift new reads this holiday, you need to order now. Not only are supplies short, but demand is at multi-year highs, thanks in part to TikTok. For more, let's welcome in James Daunt. He is the CEO of Barnes & Noble. I almost feel conflicted in doing this, James. I'm such a fan of bookshops and books that it's like, we should just have disclosures. This is like, I could talk to you for 20 minutes. So welcome. And tell me, what is going on with Book Talk and TikTok making books popular again?
It's teenagers, largely young adults, engaging around books, getting excited about books. And TikTok is proving to be this amazing platform. And they're buying and reading clearly and sharing and discussing a wonderful array of books. What's exciting to me is not just obviously that we sell books, which we like, but we're selling really good books on the back of it. It's things like Madeline Miller. It's wonderful stuff. Nice.
So one thing I wonder about is the availability of ebooks, which would seem to be a natural solution at a time when paper's a problem and, the supply chain is a huge issue. What portion of sales are ebooks today? And do you think that that is something that will grow, or does it just not replace the experience of a physical book?
It doesn't replace the experience of a physical book. It's a very nice way to read for some people, for all sorts of, either it's convenient, you don't want the weight of a book, your eyesight needs the bigger font, but really, truly, people engage with physical books, and that's what we can see through TikTok. This is about covers and about enjoyment and about being in bookstores. And you can see I'm in a busy bookstore here with people milling around me, and it's very exciting.
So I assume prices are up, and books already weren't cheap. I mean, if I had a major quibble, it would be that new books are so expensive. Where are we today on pricing, and where are we on shortages? When you say that there's a book shortage, would that tend to affect very high-selling books? Or I would imagine maybe ones at the margin get pushed out that might be something you think is really perfect and really special for someone, but more of a cult kind of book that just might not be available. How is it playing out?
I mean, to be honest, books are planned and printed well in advance. So we've got stores full of all the bestsellers and all the things you'd expect. But if there's a surprise bestseller, normally they would get them reprinted and they would come in nice and quickly. Now it's going to be a bit slower. So it's the thing that we don't know about that's going to be missing, not the thing that we do know about. But you're right about sort of pricing. I think that there's been a period of some inflation, but at the end of the day, for a soft cover, I think, for the enjoyment and the hours that are invested in it, it remains really compelling value. And of course, books last forever. It's not just you that's going to read them. It will be your children, your friends, your neighbors. These are things that will last forever.
Sure.
So I think for us as retailers, it's just we need to, particularly the larger retailers, we need to give good value.
So final question, as a manager, I can't imagine right now what it must be like. You have supply shortages, you have just issues with freight and the mail, and then you have the labor. Could you just rank as it relates to you right now going into the holidays? What is the big or the top three biggest concerns? Just help us understand which of these is really bad.
Well, to be honest, with us, labor is not a big problem because we have a very vocational workforce. The booksellers love their jobs, and we don't have a problem in our stores. We're full of good booksellers. We've got now stores that are full of books. My only worry is towards the end of holiday, we may find ourselves short of some. But really, the extraordinary thing, as you set out with your piece to say, is so much more reading is happening, so many more books are being bought, that actually booksellers are amongst those retailers who are finding life really very much better than we could have ever dared dream. So we're feeling very positive about the holiday season.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. And like you said, I think we're doing okay in the world if we have a shortage of books. James, thanks for joining us to talk about it, and best of luck.
Pleasure.
James Daunt of Barnes & Noble.